we had to.
In this case, what the fuck?
It's a boss fight time. We're fighting a boss.
Uh,
Oh God, Cynthia's here.
guys, walk it. Hold on.
Please,
No,
please, Garchomp, no.
no, no, hold on. Hold on. No, hold on. Okay, hold on, hold on. You walk into the manor. You see a blonde woman. You see a blonde woman holding Pokeballs.
I can take her. I can take her.
In a fight,
In a
right?
fight, right?
I can take her.
Okay, but
I want to
that's
see
enough.
that.
That's enough fucking around. God damn it!
What are you doing?
Getting the wrong. I'm trying to get the fucking recap music.
Why didn't you get it already? You already had it.
I did. I copy pasted the wrong thing. Anyway, Caroline, what happened last time?
Last time on Hedge Ventures, we left the Rabbit Manor and went back to Jasmine's house. I performed some fuck ass sorcery and turned the house into a chicken hut, and now it just got legs. Charlie was there, but we didn't really pay much attention to him for a while until he told us some actually useful info. It turns out there's an old creepy castle on the horizon, past the snowstorm. Probably has some Matad shit going on. So we went out, investigated. We were harassed, but we kicked the solicitors off of Jasmine's property, and eventually made our way to the big old scary castle. Turns out, yep, that thing sure is Matad related. But we were stopped at the front gate by Snowdrop, an unfinished project of Matad's, which we beat the ever-loving shit out of. And now we're inside the castle. We're going to explore. Yeah, that we're exploring,
It's a fan service too.
and there'll be lots of fan service too.
Okay. So to give a little recap, you guys have entered this manor, and you are met with a very elegant-looking entrance hall. Dead ahead seems to be a staircase. Uh, one path leading upwards and another leading downwards. However, both of them seem to be sealed off in a way. And at the center of the entrance hall is a piano. Also, you can hear. Also, by the way, this music is in universe. You can hear this. It sounds like it's being Millie could definitely tell. It's like the sound quality sounds like it's coming from like a gramophone.
Surprisingly nice place. Would have expected more factory type stuff. Right. Carolyn's right over and inspect the piano.
Yeah, it seems to be a very nice ivory key piano.
Damn, they killed an
Is there any
elephant for this.
Is there any kind of sheet music on it or anything?
Yes. There seems to be oddly enough, the sheet music seems to be despite the older style of piano, the sheet music seems to be laminated.
All right, let's Resident Evil this. As she sits down in the chair. Caroline wants to play that sheet music on the piano.
Moonlight Sonata.
Caroline does say let's Resident Evil this in universe, by the way.
I was about to say, how do you even know what that is? Dog.
Yeah, Caroline's a '90s kid. Well, but presence plus expression.
All right. Okay. Presence plus expression. 2 successes.
Okay. Let's see. No, not that one. Sword fight. So you follow along with the sheet music as you play the piano's role in the song. And for a moment, it seems like nothing happens. But then you're filled with, just playing that song made you feel really good as you gain the inspired condition.
Hmm.
And when you suspect that the feeling was only internal, you also notice the sealed off portions of the stairwell. The one leading down, it starts to like glow for a moment. As it seems like text has starts to glow on like the one for the stairwell leading up is like still darkened, but the one leading down has text on the boards.
And is that the pathway to the left or the pathway to the right?
Neither. It's actually okay. That's a goof on my part, but at the very like top of where like above the piano, pretend there's a stairwell there.
Okay.
Yeah, I just couldn't find tiles that look good looking stairway tiles. They kind of looked a bit doo doo.
Mhm.
Yeah, but pretend at the top there's two stairwells.
As Caroline stands up, worth every time.
Mm.
What's the writing say?
Hmm. As you see like a glowing text burn, and it is a question.
Can we answer this question right now?
What was I given after
Sure.
my darkest hour?
I'd like to throw in a guess. Nothing.
Nothing happens.
No.
Sorrow?
Nothing happens.
I think there's a poem about something like that.
Can't say I'm too familiar with poetry.
You're
Millie's like-
familiar with poetry, Millie.
Millie-
Turns back
Millie's
into a
got-
human. I'm very familiar with poetry. Can I?
You may attempt to, but also like Millie's barks was like one step away from being Freddy Fazbear. I just want to tell everyone.
I have Millie recite "Oh Sorrow."
Sorry, those were my car keys. The expression. Is this expression?
Should be. I guess this would be intelligence plus expression.
I'm good at that. One suck. They works, man. Sometimes that's all you need.
At the end of the day, a suck's a suck.
Mm-hmm. And what are you attempting to do?
I mean, I guess we can try to infer the power.
Mm-hmm. You do actually tend to infer that. How do I say that? how do I say this? The like the poem. Okay, what was the actual title? Hold on. All right, yeah. Your first thought is like it goes to the poem "A Prayer for Loving Sorrow," as you're about to like think about it or like enter it or speak it out. But as you're about to like say it out, Emily, you feel a palpable sense of dread, like a cling onto your tongue, as if the house understands what you intend to do, and it understands that referencing this poem would lead to a different reaction than nothing. But you're also feeling like it might result in you might not get what you want when you refer to this with this poem. It's as if the house heavily dislikes that poem.
What's it about? Why are the curtains blue?
Why the curtains were-
I don't get that reference.
Why does the house want us to suffer as it has suffered? So, anything come to mind?
No, not familiar. Other than like the house doesn't seem like anything
Doesn't seem to like what?
with the poem.
You actually thought of one?
Did I think of it?
Huh. That's strange. Well, if nothing else, it'll be an option. I guess we'll keep it in our reserve tank in case we run out of other ideas. Oh, may as well explore the rest of the house. You still
Yep.
don't have a ways to go.
Just follow me.
Sure, why not? Caroline will follow wherever Jasmine goes.
Yes. What's his face?
Should
Arthur also follows.
I turn back into a dog?
Please don't.
Okay. Go continue. Your normal.
Be a second.
1,
2,
3,
3,
4,
4,
5,
6,
7,
7,
8,
9,
10,
11.
12.
13.
Thank you for giving me one Namekian a second.
No problem.
It certainly is a heck of a lot nicer in here than it is outside. And who knew Makar had a taste for interior decorating?
Arthur sort of
and-
like shifts uncomfortably. Maybe to you.
What, not a fan of the style?
As he just sort of, his head glances over to you for a second behind the goggles as he goes back.
I have come to the conclusion
that, well, I mean, it seems kind of obvious, but this place is just taken over by Macog, not necessarily built by him.
That does actually make sense.
He's leasing it?
There's a lot of, maybe he just did a hostile takeover. Maybe squatters rule. Maybe a squatters law went into effect.
Hmm. I suppose Quills did say he was taking over territory.
So which way is open?
Both ways are actually.
We're going right. Straight to 1.
You're so confident about this.
Of course I am. I'm very familiar with the interiors of buildings.
As you... Sorry, throat's dry. As you walk across like the very nice like hallway, you see like an open door to the left. It seems to be an open closet, and yeah, as you guys like slowly approach it, you're met with very clear audio. As you see, there's a gramophone. And it's currently playing the same song that is playing throughout the manor.
Oh, I know about these from fanfiction. I mean, I know about these from literature.
Same thing.
Is there any design on the record itself?
There's no particular design on the record itself. However, the record itself is of an interesting like appearance. For those of you who know what a record looks like, you would know that records are typically like produced and they have like a very nice quality to it. This one seems a little shoddy, like almost a ramshackle, like independently made, as it were. Like this was not made on like a conveyor or say like by like a professional.
Talk about shoddy craftsmanship.
He looks at it. It's a weird looking music machine.
You know what? Caroline wants to use kenning. Whoa! May as well break this out. I usually use my eyes, but today I'm feeling kenning today.
You're feeling like
Kenneth. I'm feeling like Kenneth right now.
Edward's kind of.
Kenneth!
How are you doing that? Can't do that.
I'm turning into a cat. As let's see. So Caroline is going to spend a point of willpower, and now yank. You roll dice equal to Caroline's clarity. For some reason, the storyteller makes this roll and not the changeling. And for each success, you tell Caroline the presence of one supernatural creature, item, or active effect that is present.
And how far reaching is kenning?
It is just within her sights. Like within her senses. If she can like smell it, hear it, see it.
Mm-hmm.
For mages, sensory range caps out at 200 meters.
Huh, I didn't actually know that.
I think. I don't know. Might be an old world thing. I don't remember where I found this information from. I just remember finding it somewhere.
Also, kenning does not reveal anything that is actively being concealed, unless unless it gets an exceptional success. Caroline, notice anything?
One moment. I had to type something out.
And by the way, Caroline just knows it exists. She does not know any information about it. That would require her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Unless she gets an exceptional, in which case she knows what it is and how it works. But that, again, that's only if she gets an exceptional. Which I think actually would count on 3. Wait, no, that's only with the cult rolls. This is a clarity roll.
Okay. And you're just using this like right
In area 1.
in area 1.
She would know the presence of it and where it is, but not what it does or anything about it.
You feel the presence as you like feel a set of eyes on you. As your senses immediately pick up that there, as you like turn to like the top corner of the room, as there's an eyeball.
Seems we got a couple of voyeurs here. I suppose I should be used to that by now. She looks to Arthur as she taps you on the shoulder with a broom. That was called kenning. You should do it when you think there's something wrong, but you can't tell what it is. Lost like us, we can tell magic from mundane. All it takes is a little push. Now then, she looks back towards the eye, as her own, the stars in her eyes glow brighter. She's going to stare into it.
Blink, blink.
This one is all me. Nothing you can do to copy it. She absentmindedly says to Arthur as she wants to. I'd like to examine it. I got 4 successes, which counts as an exceptional for me.
Caroline, you hear Jasmine kind of giggle to herself.
Now this eye right here, there's a very striking resemblance to the eyes found near Jasmine's base. Or this one seems to be of an older like make and model, and you can tell that it's transmitting a signal to the top floor.
This is an eye like the one near Jasmine's house. It leads to... Her eyes sparkle for a moment. The top floor. Someone's watching us. What's so funny?
Nothing.
Weirdly, I don't think the gramophone is magic at all. Or if it is, I didn't detect anything from it. I guess they just really like music.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't they just use Spotify?
I don't know if there's track lists in the hedge.
I'm sure you can make one happen.
Honestly, probably, yeah. Though I suppose in the end it might wind up turning into a gramophone anyway, as given the presence of how the hedge warps things based on the perception of the area they're in. Music player would I suppose it would refer to more just the symbolic nature of a music player and... Hey, wait! As Caroline chases after everyone.
As we begin walking, Jasmine kind of leans over to Caroline. You know, from my calculation, if it'll make your little creative juices think or whatever, the gramophone has been playing for a long time. Decade, at least.
Wait, what? That's...
The gramophone has been playing on loop for decades, so it probably got plenty of time to shift its symbolisms into its current form, as you'd say.
Fascinating. And... There's the potential to be a token right there. Give it the right push, or maybe even use as a dramaturgical component, but no, that'd be far too cumbersome to carry with me. Maybe it did change over time. Maybe it was once a CD player, or maybe even an iPod or something, but shifted to become, well, to match the environment.
Why do you think it was an iPod Shuffle?
Maybe.
It was a Nano. What if it was a Zune?
It could. It might even just be the memory of someone's favorite song manifested into a physical form.
I think it was a Zune.
You guys,
Arthur's just like sitting there, just like just cough, like.
You guys and your outdated technology.
I'm from the modern day. I just still remember Zune. I went to Zune.
I suppose from my perspective, I'm from the modern day as well.
Modern means nothing in the hedge. Time's a concept that doesn't exist.
And
If it
yet,
does exist, it's rather malleable.
yep.
That's not true. There's no point more advanced than my current point in the timeline.
If you really want to get technical, there's no such thing as the present, as our brains always take a small moment to process everything around us, so therefore everything is the past. Nobody wants to ever perceive the present. Well, I guess except for those who can see the future, but at that point they're seeing the future and not the present, because the present is... I hate time travel.
You want to try it sometime?
You see, like she's about to give a witty retort before she mouth closes. Yeah.
I mean, it's not like I can make a time traveling machine.
Then why offer?
What if I could?
Get my hopes up.
Oh, maybe I'll wish for one.
Technically, if we really wanted to do time travel, we could just make a rather dangerous trip through the hedge and find a hedgeway leading out somewhere in the past. Or future. Though that's rather imprecise and, well, just as liable to dump us somewhere entirely nonsensical. Going up and down the axis is a lot rougher than going across the y-axis. Axis, I guess.
Let's go to 3 now.
So you walk a little bit further as you notice a very an ajar door, and pulling it open, you are met with the very elegant sight of a dining room with a large. There's going to be just like a large single table with a handful of chairs around it. Suspended on the top is a chandelier, and you also see like in the corner is a kitchen.
By the way, Caroline, did you do anything about that camera?
No, I didn't.
So we were just gonna leave it there?
I didn't feel a need to mess with it. I tried to shoot it down, but it's not like it would change anything. I'm sure there's other cameras in here, and they already saw everything.
Oh, speaking of, she points up.
Yep, my point exactly.
Anyone who looks directly up, you see an eyeball blinking above you, staring at you from the chandelier.
I cover my book.
So sure, I guess we could shoot out every eye we see, but I mean, it's not like that would exactly hide our progress.
I wonder if there's any food here.
If there is, I feel like it's 50-50 on if it's poisoned or not. I am rather hungry. Caroline will search the room.
For materials to
Arthur will also.
make a triple decker sandwich, like fucking Scooby.
Scooby
She
Jackie.
does. She is kind of
No,
craving a triple decker sandwich.
fucking flanderized Arthur and nobody. Like nobody, I think we can make a pretty big sandwich in this kitchen right now. fucking.
Actually,
It sure is a good thing that he's in there and we're out here.
Actually, a triple decker sandwich is a dramaturgical component conveying the symbolism of a duo of two of two crazy little guys solving mysteries.
It's true.
What was that one bit where like fucking like a sign is fucked up and it says the words like how Scooby says it, and Scooby just says like completely normal. And Shaggy's like what did you say, Scoob?
Yeah.
I think I remember
It's
that.
so fucking funny. Yeah, it's so funny. It's called like third level, lots of luck, but it's like Erd Revel, Rots of Ruck or something.
Yeah, but Scooby
And
just says a
Scooby
third
says-
level. Lots of luck. What'd you say, Scoob?
Just check something real quick. And while I'm looking something up, can everyone who wants to roll wits plus investigation?
Wits plus investigation.
Yes.
I'm gonna get some pizza.
Holy shit! 5 successes on 5 dice.
I let her do the investigating. I just write.
I had 0 hits to 0 successes to investigate.
Let me just quickly open up the source book real quick. I need to double check something. Here it is. This page is this page. Okay, I gotta make sure this is correct. Okay. Search around. You begin to notice a few things that sort of stick out, especially to you, Caroline, because of you value yourself pretty well, considering your personality. So, at first glance, it seems like many of the dining room hasn't been touched for years, but then you notice that one of the chairs has been moved out of the way for a while, and it seems like something else was like it was basically like as if someone had put another chair where it was supposed to be, but wherever the replacement is, it is now gone, and seems like the floor has been like disturbed, so it's been like consistently placed and like replaced over and over. And that seems to be the only chair that's been like that. Everything else seems to be untouched, relatively untouched. And as you continue looking, you naturally head towards the kitchen. You open up like the lower cupboard, and you are met with like the sounds of clucking. You open it up, and you see what looks to be like miniature chickens that are just like kind of just walking around in circles aimlessly.
It's been so long since I've had non-hedge food.
I actually went to a very nice diner. Had some really
I can hunt the chickens for you.
I don't know if they'd be good enough meals, though. I feel like each one of them is just the size of a chicken nugget. Like, really bad nuggets that'd be like bones and beak and organs.
Interestingly enough, though, you kind of think to yourself, how did have these chickens eaten?
Hmm.
And additionally, like as you like look through the kitchen, you see some very nice looking fruits, and you also see like a bit of like I suppose would it be Tupperware? Like like how do I put it? Y- y- It's not Tupperware, but it's like fucking equipment used to store food, but it's not really like Tupperware because that kind of clashes with the theme. So I guess it would be like fucking how do I
Ice boxes?
ice boxes. There you go. We'll, we'll
Mm.
go with that. But yeah, so it seems like stuff to like preserve food, and it seems like it's empty as it's only crumbs. Even though there's plenty of equipment to clean up after oneself, it seems like the crumbs have been preserved.
Hmm.
And the last thing you see is some very nice looking, very normal looking fruits in a bowl.
So the dining hall looks like it's not been used in a long time, but it also looks like stuff's been moved around in it.
Yeah, it's basically like the majority of it hasn't been moved, except for like it basically gives off the impression that only one person has been here.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Yeah, and so far the the three major things you've uncovered are crumbs, like crumbs that have been placed in an icebox that have not been cleaned up, despite there being plenty of opportunity to. The mini chickens and the perfect looking fruits.
Just say the word. Say the word, and I'll hunt the chickens for you.
Mm.
Arthur just looking at her like,
Right. We need to spend time cooking it, and then
You
be
tell me
too
they're
much
not.
of a hassle. No, I'm a normal person-ish. Unlike you, She pauses. Well, actually, I probably wouldn't get sick from eating it raw, and considering the natural resilience of the Fae against sickness, but still, it'd be kind of gross.
The chickens continue to circle.
What kind of ritual is this?
Circling.
Caroline picks up one of the fruits. Or she's going to inspect it. Not magically, she's just looking at it.
It looks to just be a very nice, almost like completely fresh and ripe apple.
Caroline's going to test something. She's going to try and put it in her bag.
I'm thinking. You try to put it in your bag, and you know how you try to the feeling you get when you try to put like two magnets like two magnets of the same charge against each other, and they repel. You get that.
She pulls it away. Oh, it seems someone else owns these fruits. She tosses it up in the air and catches it again. There's crumbs left over in the ice spots, but seems like they weren't cleaned up. I imagine for a reason. Maybe they're replicating it somehow?
Yeah, the rest of the room seems very, very clean too.
They might be using the crumbs to replicate it somehow. Making new food or something? Not sure. I'm not sure how much I trust these things. As she glares down at the apple.
Oh, they're gonna glare at the chicken.
Those I don't trust either.
The chickens are still rotating.
What even is up with them? What, are you looking for a snack, Millie?
What?
The chickens, you know. I thought you would have tried to eat one or something.
I can control myself.
Dinner.
Fair enough.
I'm not that high primal urge yet.
Caroline will toss the apple up before she's gonna put it in one of her. She thinks about actually she puts it about putting it in one of her coat pockets. So I realizes no, my coat pockets certainly. I don't got magic on those. I can't really fit an apple in here. I don't trust biting into random pristine fruit I find in an enemy base. So she's gonna put the apple back where she found it. Would be great for a ritual, though. I think I found just about everything here, unless anyone has anything else.
What happens if I pick up a chicken?
Descends upon you like cuckoos,
Yeah.
immediately torn apart.
The chicken, you pick up the chicken as it like looks at you, pecks at your fingers.
I look at it.
Backpack.
And he looks at me.
Because he looks at you. He looks at you.
I look deep into its eyes.
Look at him.
He looks at you.
I smell it.
He smells like a chicken.
A buckcock.
I put him in my pocket.
The chicken makes no resistance. Though you, as you like put it in your pocket, you hear like the sound of like popping. You look to the. You look to the chicken to like the chicken cupboard. Another one has taken its place.
There's infinite chickens in this bitch.
Holy shit, self-replicating chicken coop.
Hey, so you guys are thinking what I'm thinking, right? As he has this whole he just looks over his he looks over to where he looks over as if he's looking for where his saddlebags are and they're not there. He's like, oh.
Millie, I've changed my mind. Let's steal some chickens.
No.
God, it's been so long since I've had non-hedge food.
No, we will not be doing that.
What?
He holds the chicken.
Don't tell me you've bonded with it.
His name is Nathaniel Jr.
You're not gonna do nothing weird with that.
He's Junior.
Sorry.
What are you trying to imply?
He just gives you a blank stare behind his goggles.
Alright, sorry guys, I'm back. I just ate some pizza in the fridge over there. What's happening?
There's pizza.
Not anymore.
Jasmine, meet Nathaniel Jr.
He holds up a miniature chicken at you.
Wow. You know, that's really something special.
Caroline
when-
looks down at the chicken coop like a titan.
Yeah. Also, when Millie took a chicken and put it in her bucket, another one just popped into place in the chicken box.
Oh, infinite chickens?
Think of the nuggets.
We will need food, you know.
I mean, Technically, you and I can subsist off of goblin fruit. I mean, human food's a real nice luxury.
Yeah, it is.
Technically, we can subsist off emotions alone if we really wanted to stretch ourselves. And we only really need glamour to live. But actual meat. Hey, Jasmine, do you think this chicken coop is movable?
Hmm?
You think we can, like, extract it and install it into your house?
Probably.
Alright, we're adding that to the list of things we need to do before we blow this place up.
I'm just imagining this as just a fucking chicken farm. This is what you're looking at.
That is exactly what Caroline intends.
Alright, let's leave with my new son.
Hey, do you think if we turned it upside down and like just had chickens falling out of it, would it make like an endless stream of chickens?
Lava chicken.
What chicken?
Sorry, I had a Minecraft flashback.
Intruded upon your soul.
Jack Black entered me. Jack Black entered my body.
I am
He,
Steve.
he inserted himself inside of you.
Just like he did with Jason Momoa.
Minecraft Yowie.
Well, let's up it too.
You guys exit of the dining room as you walk towards a pretty decently long hallway. As you are stopped.
Oh, by the way, I just wanted to, tell you guys real quick so you won't get so surprised. But there is a floor below under this one.
Well, I suppose that made sense. There was a staircase going down.
Yeah. I just wanted to remind you.
How do you know so much about this house?
I am great at interior design.
Fair enough. Oh,
Uh,
speaking of miscellaneous info, it seems like there's someone living here. I mean, obviously, they're watching from the top right now. She gestures upward from the eyes, but I mean, like, someone who needs to eat, or at least someone who wants to eat. The dining room showed signs of one person using it semi-frequently. So, it's definitely not one of those constructs. Someone thinking lives here. And you'd save us a lot of trouble if you just came down and talked to us, she yells at the ceiling.
No cameras in here.
Really?
Have any
Not in
of
the
us-
hallways?
Nope.
Have anyone considered that the house itself is alive?
It's possible, but I don't know if a house would need to eat.
What if
Well-
this is all just a big facade, and once now we're in here, we're right in the mouth of the thing?
I have heard about places like that on the hedge. Like the cave that eats you if you go in for its precious minerals.
Yeah.
I want to visit there.
I feel like you'd be digested rather quickly.
uh,
You got an anti-digestion suit in there somewhere.
I'll probably pull something up my butt.
Her face wrinkles like, ugh.
Not literally. I'm just making a little joke. That's a dirty mind.
Millie in the background like perks up, but like just goes back to paying attention to the chicken.
That's a
Maybe
dirty
I just-
mind, Miss Caroline.
Don't blame me. I've just been spending too much time with Millie.
I'm just saying, I'll pull something out of my ass, I'm sure.
The chicken clucks in confusion when he says too much time with Millie.
All right, let's hop into number 2. Let's
This
see what lies within.
is a pretty old part of the house.
What, like other parts were made later on?
Yep. Add-ons.
So it's been renovated.
Yep. There's another room quite parallel to this on the other side. That is much older.
Do you think they kept their deposit?
I don't know. Possible the bank foreclosed.
We're really House of Seven Dable, is it? We're really doing the whole House of Seven Dables thing here, aren't we?
Maybe.
What? Have you ever read that?
No.
It's a house that got renovated a shit ton. That's the premise, basically.
I like Ship of Theseus.
Yeah, sort of. But all the old parts still stayed. So it was like the ship of Theseus, but like 3 ships inside each other.
It's like House of Leaves.
Yeah, like House of Leaves.
I don't quite understand what any of you guys are talking about.
You should read House of Leaves. I feel like it would make this place make sense more. Or made sense less. You really could go either way with House of Leaves.
He scratches the back of his head as you see like sand come out of his hair. His hair is made out of sand. Is it bad if I don't know how to read well?
Oh, right. You were from that era.
That makes sense, actually.
I know how to read. It just might take me a bit.
Then I wouldn't recommend House of Leaves as a first novel. It's an intense experience.
Maybe I can teach you how to read. Something about this idea seems to be getting her excited.
As you guys are conversing, you are met with a sudden stop of a very nice door. However, as you like go to open it, who goes to try and open it?
Millie,
Hello.
go.
Millie, go.
Amelie, you
Jasmine.
reach for you reach for the doorknob, and you are immediately bitten on the hand. But as everyone looks down, and the handle seems to be a skull.
Fuck it.
Caroline also points her broom at it.
Done.
The bones crackle.
Caroline's gonna shove her broom handle into the skull mouth, and then try and turn it like that.
Bite.
Can she twist it to the side to see if she can turn the doorknob with the with her broom?
No, he is not budging.
She hits the skull with her broom.
It just crackle, and when you like pull your broom back, you notice it has bitten. It is somehow whittled a little skull on the end of your broom from biting it.
Jasmine, sandpaper.
Oh, she pulls out sandpaper from her pocket.
Caroline sits down and is gonna sand it off her broom.
The skull just looks at you guys.
Well, She pauses. What if we feed it a chicken? Maybe it needs a sacrifice.
Is this thing an object?
Hello, testing.
Hello.
Mhm.
Hello.
To answer your question, yes, Justin.
I guess we should come back later then, once we find a skeleton key.
What do you think the damage is? You're so insightful. Oh, it's almost as if I really had a child companion.
The goggles are now at your staring at you again.
I believe we may have defeated chickens.
I was right.
The skull here is a very picky eater.
I told you it would need a sacrifice.
And chickens, specifically chicken nuggets or tenders, are very common for people to eat if they're picky.
Caroline looks at Millie.
Let's go get another chicken. As you see Jazza walk around the corner.
Okay, I guess we can go get a new one.
Do not look, my son.
I mean, he is right here.
Yeah, as you guys gonna go back to the dining room, go to the kitchen. You pass by the crumbs, you pass by the crumbs, the fruits, and then finally you're back at the chicken coop. As I presume you take a chicken,
Mm-hmm.
and immediately pop, another one pops into existence. You guys head towards the door again.
Yes.
Okay. Who presents it?
I will. Here, Skull. Eat your chicken tender.
Do not look, son.
The skull looks at the chicken, nibbles on its head very lightly, before it just kind of smacks the chicken out of your hands.
Fetch the apple.
Caroline will go back, grab an apple, toss it, and then bring it back and toss it to Jasmine.
She holds out the apple.
Inspects the apple. You see it kind of like do the cartoon thing of like it extends its neck out. You hear like fucking Millie. You specifically hear fucking like a cartoon sniff noises as it sniffs the apple. Before it takes the apple, chews it, goes it down. As it pauses for a moment, it tilts to the right and opens up.
Good eater. Well, now time with the present. Caroline will push the door the rest of the way and head on in.
As you open the door, as you're met with a very nice-looking bedroom. It seems to have like a very like blue theme going around. As you see a lot of like displays on the wall, and they seem to be fish. It also seems to be like an old fishing rod to the side of the room, or to the corner of a room. You see a few fish on display, most of them resembling or just straight up being like normal fish that you guys have probably seen before. There's a few that seem a little weird looking. There's one that's fucking glowing, and next to the bed there seems to be a punching bag on the wall, like suspended on the ceiling, and on the desk. And on the like nightstand and next to the bed is a journal. And it seems like the journal clashes with everything in the room.
Let's read this journal.
As you read the journal, let me just get this. Oh. I guess it would be, hold on, it would be this one. And yeah, the journal seems to like a clash with like the rest of the room because it seems, compared to everything else in this room, it seems rather new. Or rather new, it still like seems pretty old, but like new in comparison. Is there anyone who would like to read it? You may read it.
Mm-hmm.
Arthur gestures forward.
As Caroline will begin reading it aloud. We all went to the beach today. Well, it wasn't a surface beach, obviously, but it still counts. Even Angelo got over his usual mopey self to enjoy it. Of course, being a vampire probably meant he hadn't seen the sun and a beach in decades. Marco had a blast too. Again, it was probably a while since he saw a normal ocean. He's from Sicily, so he loved it. I also got to unveil a special new change to my chair. I was so busy with other things that it took me forever. By now it's perfect. Wheels are a thing of the past. It's all about spider legs. I'll fix my spine one of these days. I can do it at any time, so I'll worry about it when we're not all busy. Oh, and one more thing. We managed to record a little song. There's an empty space here. I think it refers to a name. It really got me thinking when they played the guitar. I happen to know some piano. Turns out Marco was good at the violin. Even Angelo chimed in. Who knew someone who doesn't breathe could play harmonica? And that's where the entry ends. Someone was certainly excited writing this.
Yep. It seems they reached something of the big leagues. We're listening to their song right now.
A bit childish to be keeping a diary around. Weird blank space. She taps it. Does it look like it was, like, removed, or...
It seems to have been, like, worn away.
This one name in particular was worn away. I wonder why. It's certainly important to them, though. This diary of theirs. Journal wants to flip through it, see if there's any other notable entries. Or if there's any, like, signed papers, like, for who it could be from.
There does not seem to be any. Though the penmanship seems very stereotypically feminine.
Angelo, Marco, names I don't really recognize. Either of you heard of these people before?
Oh boy. Alright, it's the DM.
You guys haven't. Actually, the name Angelo rings a bell.
To who?
All of you. As when Alice died, she looked at Millie and the locket and mentioned Angelo.
I mentioned that to them.
Hmm. Well, then, I guess it is somewhat connected to that Alice thing. They certainly knew quite a bit of people. Supernaturals of different types. Casually referring to vampires. But the way they talk about this person, they say it as though they aren't a vampire themselves. So we can rule that out. Especially since they seem to be eating. Well, either way, I'll be keeping this with me, as she's going to put it into one of her dress pockets. This is absolutely a valuable dramaturgical item to have around it.
And evidence.
Yeah, that too. That Alice person, they knew that vampire, and Millie seemed to have some sort of connection to. You killed that one, right? The one that, Alice, and she snaps her fingers a few times. That other weird girl we met in the hospital? They seem to know her. And... oh well.
Millie, are you here? Millie. Millie! I don't think she's here.
I suppose not. But yeah, that does seem to add up.
Why does the Millie disappear whenever her plot is brought up?
I mean, literally all I need to do is say, yeah, I did that. It's really not that crazy.
It's still character development.
Yeah, that happened. I'm eating a fucking sandwich. Leave me alone.
What kind of sandwich?
No, good one.
Oh well. Caroline will search the room for anything else.
Seems to be really only the journal that's of use. Wait, hold on. Just double check. Let me just double check my. Millie. Millie.
What?
Room smells like death.
Sounds like that from here.
Maybe like a kindred kind of smell.
Oh, there's also looking around, keeping an eye out.
Feels relatively clear.
As Caroline leaps through the book, she's trying to look up to see where the eye is in this room.
No camera.
I guess they don't want. I guess they weren't really keen on looking through their personal bedroom, huh? Right then. Well, I don't think we cleared out this wing of the house.
Looks like it.
Let's go check out the other end. To Area 5.
2-5.
Do you want some sandwich, Caroline?
Go for some sandwich right now.
Mhm.
Well,
as you
who wants that? A good old ham and cheese.
Oh my god. I realized
Yeah.
something.
What is it?
Oh, no, okay, I can. I, I can work with this. I can work with this. Anyway, as you guys make it to 5, as you just take a nice peaceful walk, when you open the door, you're met with a different sight. You're kind of met with like what looks to be almost like an old style like gym, like a, and you know how like whenever like gyms would set up for wrestling, they would like roll out a mat instead of like yeah, instead of like a mat like that, it's more like a stone, kind of like a stone, like almost like y- almost like an arena sort of thing. There seems to be just like a bunch of workout equipment in one side of the room. As you see, two stock, two stock still uh, mannequins uh, that seem to resemble, or one of them resembles a winter warrior, and the one at its side, it seems to be very. It seems to be like yeah, it has a standard like automaton look, you know, like a blank visage, a corner open, or like a quarter of its face clear, revealing gears that don't seem to be moving. As this one seems to be dressed as a boxer. It has you know, the boxing gloves on, as well as the boxer hoodie. As it seems to be standing still at the center of the arena.
Ooh. Quite the showcase we got here.
Seems like near the stands, or near the a seating area, appears to be another journal.
Yep.
Are
John
we,
will
are
go
we,
over, crack it open.
I was gonna say, are we blocked off from getting to there?
And it's like off to your side.
Then let's go.
Let's go.
You said Caroline was cracking this one open, right?
Mhm.
Okay. This one in particular is very, very old, like much older than the previous one. And also, hold on, I realize I have to type something real quick.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Where was I? Oh yeah, yeah. This definitely seems old, like an old journal, like much older than the one you previously read. As it reads, hold on. Mhm. Does it include the number? Yeah, that's fine.
Starts off with a blank space. I'll just refer to that as blank whenever one of those comes up. Blank was kind enough to give me a book to write down my experience. I'm still trying to wrap my head around what happened. When I look in the mirror, I have to come to terms with the fact that it's not Alice I'm seeing. The hardest part is unlearning how to walk. Alice's legs don't work, so I have to accept the fact that I can no longer move in such a way. Luckily, Blank also helped me design a wheelchair. We went back to the surface, but my parents were gone. I have nowhere to go, so I'll stay with her. Looks like this person knew Alice for sure, and just swapped bodies with her.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys do recall, before her transformation, she said, "Oh, this is not my face."
Yes.
Mhm. Oh, she's in Alice's fucked up body, huh?
Looks like it.
That seems pretty bad. Maybe this may have been Alice drowned.
Hmm. Caroline will put the journal back down.
Psych correction. You watch the dream of Selena drowning.
My bad, wrong girl.
They're talking about being trapped down here. And the surface they talk about. I wonder if it's the hedge, but at the same time, it's not really a surface kind of thing. I can't imagine it's the underworld.
Maybe it's not really just. Maybe it's not so literal with it being called Surface World. If they are a bunch of vampires, maybe they just refer to the world that. They just refer to daytime, the outside, as that.
I could see it, but we already know Alice was a changeling. And she seemed to know Alice some way. Swap bodies with her. So I guess that'd be her face would be the one we saw when we first saw Alice. I think. Oh well.
Oh, by the way, there are cameras in every corner.
A lot of them for this room. Makes sense, I suppose. I guess this is some sort of battle arena, huh?
Yeah. She kind of like stares over to that stares over to that boxer, like type thing in the middle. You think that would come to life?
Maybe. What, do you want to crack it open and see what's inside?
A little bit.
Well, if you do it quick enough, you can probably pull out the important bits.
She stares at it.
I mean, it's not like it'd be giving us much trouble, even if it does come to life.
Oh, hold on. It's getting ready to make a move. She looks at it as if, like, wondering if it's gonna start.
Try to find a music change. I couldn't find it fast enough. One second. Fuck it. I'll pick this one. As sure enough, on Jasmine's prediction, both of the automatons spring to life, as they seem to have been lying in wait for you to try to get closer. And so, everyone, please roll initiative.
There it is.
About time.
Trying to find the.
I've had
the
that
Pinocchio.
in my sandwich. No.
How long have you been eating that sandwich?
There's a lot of sandwich here.
There it is. I found it. Okay, hold on. I'm going to dramatically change the theme because this one fits a lot better. Open up my sheets over here. Oh my god. That's hilarious. Okay. I knew I was forgetting something. Oh well. Fuck if we do it live. Wait. Damn, that's bad. Oh, it's okay. How the fuck did you roll a 1?
I wonder how tough this guy is.
Yeah, it's like... What is it right now? Wait, why can I see? Oh, fuck it. Okay, I'll work here. Red ring is fried.
Is there only one enemy?
No. There's 2 men.
Okay.
It's me.
It's me. Why am I Millimus?
Lummus Maximus.
Same brain cell.
I hide Nathaniel Jr. somewhere safe.
Let's...
Then my heart of water. Influence.
What the
2 sucks. That's enough, baby. Sucks to suck. I shrink them. We don't know what this defense is yet, but regardless, I mean, I'm gonna just go shrink them.
Yo, blaze it.
Yo, yeah.
Yeah, get it.
That's what I mean. I'm an influence merchant.
Influence margin. The boxer's turn. He's gonna punch. You know what? He's going to punch. Let me check something. Who's the closest? Who's the closest?
I don't know.
Billy, you're about to get punched. Yeah, what's your plan? Hits. That. I will list. So Melly, you were immediately beset upon by this boxer as it leaps with it and charges with immense like speed as you get decked in the face. As sucks for a measly 4 lethal, but as you like, but then as you like react to the punch and like take a step back, it starts wailing on you again with even more fists as 3 sucks or 5 lethal.
It's fine.
As guys, the thing that looks like a boxer fights like a boxer.
Damn. This motherfucker got hands.
You do have hands.
Literally.
Alright, Arthur.
Which warrior know what they can do? He's gonna shoot the Winter Warrior with one of the battery rounds. Defense firearms? I don't think he does.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, no, not this version.
You're using a battery round?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. That's 9 lethal, and then 6 bashing.
Here. Well. So it's you said 9 lethal and then 6 bashing?
Yes.
Alright. As you shoot it in his chest as it skids back.
Reflexively, you'll actually will lethal. But I guess it's
Caroline.
reflexively, you'll not lethal.
Caroline just like sits down on one of the stands and her eyes glow brighter. I'm peeking at the boxer.
Hey,
4 successes.
how much lethal do you have, buddy?
You heal lethal every 15 minutes as a werewolf, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
And we had a long section there, so I healed all of it.
But why are you? Okay, never mind.
Because I got attacked twice from there for a bit.
I just had to make sure. Make sure that fucking wasn't like leftover damage that you're just spending essence on for no reason.
No.
4 successes on peeking on the guy, which counts as an exceptional for Caroline.
Let me see if I wrote this down. If not, I'll just quickly type it up. Okay. Alright, let's not do this then.
Derivative.
Derivative.
Garbage.
Uninspired.
Trash.
Bullshit. Howling Shadows.
What are you looking at Howling Shadows for?
So I had Howling Shadows open. It's actually where I'm pulling everything related to Jasmine from.
Whoa.
What?
Is that a Shadowrun book?
Yes.
I can't believe it. Jasmine's a Shadowrunner.
Yep, that's the
You
secret.
finally figured out what her gimmick is.
That's my secret, Cap. I have a flak pack in my pocket. I'm loading up on crime rounds, bro.
Someone fucking stop
initiative
her.
ends. Jasmine
Someone
just
stop
subtracts her
that son of
initiative
a
by
bitch.
10. Created to be a sparring partner to a powerful hand-to-hand master. This automaton seems to be a prototype. While it lacks some of the oomph a more complete automaton may have, it still possesses immense speed and precision. Caroline does rattle that off out loud.
Hmm.
Do I fulfill my Needle of Scholar?
Indeed.
Would you say this is the single power interact with and handle the unknown, or the all willpower traverse the hedge or another unearthly realm to categorize an unknown element? I am categorizing everything in Makad's field.
Yeah, in the middle of combat, by the way, so yeah.
Perfect. Can I put a glamour in my broom?
Sure.
Beautiful. That's Caroline's turn. She just stares at it for a while, and then she's gonna write it down in her notebook, in her tome.
That's him, man.
I guess I'll just fucking... Hold on.
Where the fuck's illegal?
Want me to check something?
No, I need to get more essence. I hadn't stopped looking good. And I haven't needed it. Yeah.
You're living like it's a sin eater life.
Maybe I should go sword for Charlie.
He's made of glamour.
Well, we got the knife. It's fine.
We could lamprey this guy, I think.
We can.
There we
This
go.
guy's a robot. Can we lamprey him?
Yes.
You guys just never did. I think the only ones you couldn't lamprey were the the icy ones that you killed with brain damage because they just melted. So there's nothing to do it. But any intact automaton, yeah, you could totally just the spark bomb.
Guys, I think we should get done with this quickly.
Sure, sounds good to me.
Alright, glad we're in agreement then. Okay.
I've got everything I need to know about them.
Ta-da.
Oh, also, did I fulfill my autumn mantle of facing danger to investigating something dangerous despite my fear? I wasn't really afraid, but
Oh wait, I have a plus. No, I don't. No, wait, I think I do. Hold on. Mask yank.
Yes. You called.
Hold on.
Yank, did I overcome my fear to investigate something new and dangerous?
Oh, my fucking mic. Yes.
Cool. One glamour. Huzzah! A glamour spent, a glamour gained.
Did you say yes to me as well?
Yes, but in text format.
Okay. Oh Jesus Christ. Okay, that's cool. Good job, guys.
Oh dear lord.
Okay. As you see Jasmine kind of like, with their Winchester in her hand, as you see her kind of turn, like a knob a bit on the side. And she kind of, alright, just a little bit of juice, a little bit here and there. As you see the, kind of like, blue, pulse within kind of just like spark for a moment before going as if it's like charging up something. Alrighty. And as she points it over to the Winter Warrior, I'm going to shoot him. He does have the defense against firearms.
The warrior does not.
Okay. I'm gonna spend a little power on this for fun. Okay. 6 successes, I believe, if I did my assembly right. Let me just double check my dice.
Really writing this up.
I captured a beautiful moment.
Yeah, I'm just gonna post a skip real quick before I hear the damage.
Yeah, 6 hits for 15 aggravated.
Fucking hell.
Damn!
You sure you're not playing a genius?
Let me just
Maybe. As like she points it at him and fires as a just bolt of orange plasma, like now like just like a fucking like a much hotter color is just sent forward straight into the chest of the Winter Warrior.
Gift is appropriate. Use that.
Holy shit!
I have no idea. I really have no idea what I'm playing.
I'm playing a person, a human.
The greatest being of them all, the greater being to end all greater beings,
The greater
the
being
human
Hunter.
man.
The greater being Hunter.
The greater being.
Listen, the hedge is a place of dreams, and what produces the most dreams? That's right, man.
As yeah, just a fucking hole is just like left behind.
This counts as fire. This counts as fire, so that's also Bane Egg. So it's like, give me your glamour.
Millie writes an incredibly erotic description of this event.
Thank you.
Never change, man. They never change.
What? What did the fucking warrior come when he evaporated? Like,
Well, no, it's just very descriptive about Jasmine.
anyway, now that you guys have bought 2 of these things, and yeah, this one has this. The answers being weaker, they had a Bane of Heat. This guy specifically has a Bane of Fire.
Hmm.
So moving up because stronger because Banes get more specific.
Mhm.
Yeah, just remove the warrior. Alright, Millie, it's your turn.
Damn, that shit was crazy.
As the machine appears to like whir down after it was fired. All right, that's one less.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh, that certainly was unexpected.
That shit was crazy. Oh my god.
Oh wait, no, it's still fucked up. It's still a fucked up setup. It's still like burning hot.
I get up right into the face of this fucking. I get right up into the box of Bitter Cold's face, and I'm just fucking. I'm doing footsies.
You're doing the fucking trigger stance.
I'm doing footsies, bro. That's
The
it.
ground-based
That's my turn.
footsies Guilty Gear was known for.
And then spawns. So you're like rolling like dodge. I'm assuming.
No, I'm increasing my defense by the damage rating of my weapon, which is
Fair
5
enough, fair
right,
enough.
which is 5 right now. So my defense is 13.
That's a lot. Yeah, he's gonna spend willpower. Your defense is 15, you said? Or 13?
13.
Jesus. As you like try to bait it out, as it weave punch.
You fool! You fool! Counterattack! I negate your attack! Fuck you!
Let me read the description of
If an opponent
Sure.
attacks you, you may immediately make a counterattack against that opponent, negating the attack and using whatever successes rolled on the attack as damage rating for your weapon.
and
Give me
that's
your
just
successes. They're mine now.
Does this count as a successful strike from him though?
This kind of
Or is it like even though his punch got negated, does this count as a successful strike?
I don't know. It says negate, so I don't know. It's up to you.
Yeah, why not? We'll have a trade-off. Hit me. And then I will hit you with my boxing dice.
The 5 lethal plus the successes you got.
Alright, so 5. Wait, 6? I said 2. 2 sucks. You got the 5 lethal plus 2 successes. It seems like 7 lethal.
Quick draw. Quick draw. I'm fucking Virgil in this bitch.
Yeah, as you like, as he like throws a punch at you, as you weave out of the way to slash at him, as he reels back from the from your own attack and punches you again. My 5 sucks for 7 lethal. Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love parrying.
Yeah, parry.
Yep. You've taken the 7 lethal. Visibly.
Yep.
Yep. And then that was his turn. That's all he had. Ata.
So it's just the boxer, a bit of cold.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wonder if this guy has defense against firearms.
He does.
I think you just learned that last turn.
Yeah, I know. Here's a question. If I use primal weapon, or elemental weapon, I mean, could I make bullets out of that? Or would I not be able to do that?
You might not.
Elemental weapon specifies archaic weapon.
Oh, okay.
Mm,
You could make a bow and arrow,
Yeah.
and it would be using firearms.
Yeah.
these things are made out of ice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like made out of ice and metal.
Yeah, like cold metal, but not cold iron. I'm not that mean.
We'd be in a lot of danger if they were. Hell, I think considering they seem to be somewhat fakey, I think they'd be in a lot of danger if they were made of cold iron.
I wish they were made of cold iron.
I'm trying to double check my contract.
It'd be like being in a werewolf campaign, and the first things I send you guys against is a fucking spirit of silver.
Do spirits of silver exist?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They got them.
Can they like move really fast?
Quicksilver?
Quicksilver.
Probably, maybe.
Yeah.
If they ate a spirit of Quicksilver, I mean, that would probably be like one of those compatible spirits where you like how spirits of owls can eat spirits of night and become like spirits of hunting at night.
Spirits of night owls.
Mm-hmm.
They're good at being introverted.
All right. So, Yank,
Yes.
is there any ice left of the Winter Warrior?
There's water left. But-
Is there any like ice chips or anything around?
It's like icy water.
If there's any if there's any ice chips or just any bit of ice,
Yes.
He's
Okay.
trying to get his loophole.
as he runs over, as he grabs like an ice chip and as he pulls down his bandana and pops it into his mouth super quick, as he swallows it before it can melt, as he's going to use the Primal Glory loophole of ingesting the element. As he is an ogre, he suffers no damage from mundane and magical instances of ice for the rest of the scene. As he gulps it down, as now frost like starts coming over his armor and his skin, as it like almost solidifies the sand, as he gains 1 general armor as well from this. As it's an action as he turns. Oh, it's actually 1/1. And I have thorns as well. So you also have this.
Nope. I did not set up the drama. I need to, as an instant action.
Oh, you didn't?
I need to activate the dramaturgy per scene.
Oh, cool. Yeah, as he then starts walking closer to the boxer. Oh, no, right, buddy. Let's dance.
You still have your instant. Oh wait.
That was my instant. It's an instant to use this. Yeah, as he's basically just standing in front of him as he's now immune to ice.
If you spend
If you'd
the
like, you can make your.
the one out of.
I was saying, yeah. If you'd like, you can make it reflexive instead and choose to spend the glamour anyway. When you fulfill a loophole, you can either keep it instant but make it cost nothing, or make it reflexive but still pay the glamour. So you can speed up the action economy a lot by doing loopholes.
Fight's gonna end relatively quickly because one. I mean, you're about to jump up.
All right. Yeah, I'll spend the glamour.
Your turn.
Yeah, as then he he walks up and shoots him point blank.
He was attacked last turn, technically, by Lily, so it's a debate.
Defense of 8.
Yes.
That is 4 sucks. So 8 lethal, 6 bashing. As he shoots and as the recoil sends his arm back as he's one-handing this shit. As then what's it called? The electricity sparks through his body.
As he staggers back, he's pretty hurt. He's pretty hurt. Caroline.
Caroline completely ignores the boxer. She, like someone comically smelling a pie, she floats over towards Jasmine's gun. What is that? That was crazy.
What?
Bargain time, I'm calling in. I want to see what this thing's made of. Caroline, instead of is going to ignore the boxer, she wants to spend her turn examining Jasmine's gun.
It begins.
I'm gonna. Caroline's gonna peek at that thing. Mystically. It's successes. Does this fulfill my needle of scholar?
Yeah. Yes.
Can I put a glamour in my broom?
Yes.
What does Caroline see when she peers into the magic of this gun? Let's see if this does the hedge whisper into her ear.
The gun is you've. I'm pretty sure you've looked over the gun before.
Mm-hmm.
But it does appear to be currently like, as if taking in some manner of energy, from some kind of source. It does appear to overcharge its destructive capabilities. Like as if basically, on like a mechanical sense, it's almost like this energy is like multiplying its effectiveness as a like destructive tool by several times.
Like it's overclocking itself. That's... How did you even manage that?
I mean, I just did it.
This thing is a marvel.
Of course it is. Watch.
Caroline will watch eagerly. End on her turn.
That's a man.
That's what my last essence.
I fire.
But like,
What's his defense?
see, so 9 and then 7 from melee and then it's reduced to 6. Should be 6 right now.
Okay. I'll spend willpower. Damn! 7 successes for some reason. On a much lower dice pool. As that'll be 16 aggravated.
Yeah, no, I'm not even gonna bother. He's gone. He's gone.
As she's kind of like casually points it over as another blast of superheated air just travels forward and melts its head off.
He just falls. You've done it. You've killed him.
Nah.
That thing is remarkable. I've got to see what's inside it.
I mean, you already have. It's just
Yeah,
taking what it already has and making it better.
I never saw any kind of power source that could do something like that. It must have some sort of influx of power, but from where? I don't see it plugged into anything. Could it be absorbing the ambient energies around? It sort of
Something
tears
like
into
that.
it.
It's kind of along those lines, yeah. Basically taking in the energies all around us and then converting that into multiplicative force. It's sort of not formally, but you could consider it a kind of nuclear fission.
This is not safe.
Of course it's safe, because it's in my hands.
Does that mean it's working off of some form of thermodynamics?
Yep.
Hmm.
Should I be answering these questions, or do you want to keep thinking about them more?
Oh no, you absolutely should answer these questions. In fact, I'm pretty sure the bargain states you have to.
Oh, yeah. Well, I just didn't want to ruin your intrigue.
Oh no, the joy is very much in the discovery. Fascinating. I need to see that in use more. Does it get overclocked? Does it overheat? Could it melt the gun down?
It kind of makes the barrel. She kind of gestures towards the barrel. As you kind of look at it, and you
I
notice
run
that
over to both the corpses. I need juice.
is like she kind of points over to the barrel.
Stop talking.
you-
I need juice. I need to juice this thing.
As you see that it's
Next
barrel
one's
is kind
funny.
of warped. It's kind of warped and like wider on the end with almost like wisps of smoke and like coming out of it.
Amazing.
You have to bend that back into shape. You know, would you say that you consider your broom a gun?
It's her brow furrows. Maybe.
If you want, I could, put in some good words and install a little thing that'll let you have something of the same effect.
She instinctively hugs her broom a little closer to herself, looking very protective. Before you can almost see the gears turning your head, weighing the options between letting someone else touch her broom, but at the same time, broom that really explodes people. Fine, but I want to see the entire process work.
Okay.
This would be...
I got 3 successes. I'm going to the second corpse. The melting ice. Stab.
30 instance from that one and the other one.
3 again. I have 13 fucking dice. This is bullshit.
You get. Yeah, should have spent more power. Six. Yeah, you have 6 essence in the tank, and I assume you immediately gulp it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just you give yourself 6 essence because it'd be reflexively giving yourself
I'm
according to
out
your
of
rank, but whatever.
willpower.
In that regard, Miss Caroline, I actually do have a bit of an idea that I could use your broom for. A kind of ammo.
Ammo?
Yep. Probably wouldn't be too useful on you or Mr. Arthur, but well, it could have its uses.
Well, currently, as Caroline reaches into one of her pockets, she pulls out what appears to be a vial of blue oil. The closest thing it has to ammo is this. If I'm being entirely honest, I don't really know what this is. I just know that it runs on it and that I know how to make it. It refills the magic in it, I think. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Well, whenever we get done and we have the time, we can sort of run by that avenue. I'm sure you'd be excited to see my idea.
I'm sure it'll be all right as an idea.
Anywho,
Right, looks like we cleared out this room.
yep. Is there anything else of note in this room, Yank? Oh, by the way, Yank, have I fulfilled my virtue of innovative?
Yes.
Yay.
Okay. Doesn't maybe should be all exit.
Alright, so let's go to 4 then. Since it seems like we're done here in 5.
So you walk down with another door. This one being quite eye-catching, as it seems to be very elegantly painted with the image of a red rose.
Bless you.
Thank you. Caroline will try the door.
Like the previous door, it just opens.
I was expecting some kind of special lock, to be honest. Caroline will head on in.
I know I wrote this one down. Where is the description? There it is. Okay. You're met with a room with dark walls. It seems to have like a very like dark aesthetic to the walls at least. But as you like walk in, you immediately like notice that there's like a tarp that's like laid out on the floor, and the entire room seems to be filled with like various canvases of several paintings. Some are just like completely unfinished, while some are more complete, as a few of them are complete, like complete paintings. As there seems to be like a very like dark Gothic style bed. You notice the top of the room has a sort of like glass dome, and even though it makes no structural sense like whatsoever, it is a window to the above. You also notice a journal on nightstand, similar.
One of you want reading dibs this time?
No, you've been reading so much.
I don't think you want me reading.
Caroline will pick up the journal, find somewhere to sit, and crack it open. Gather round for story time.
Right.
No camera in here, by the way.
I'm in the private room, I guess.
Private reading from Caroline.
Don't sound that excited.
Make sure to listen, Nathaniel Jr.
I'm trying to make chicken noises, but they're not being caught on my fucking mic. It's so over.
Short one today. Ahem. We met a strange man. Kindred fellow. He's a pretty mopey. Typical tortured artist type. Despite that, he's pretty cooperative. I'm surprised, but he's also a recluse we found in the thorns. So I guess he's untainted by the dance. It's been a few weeks and he seems nice. I don't know what to think about it. He treats me well, wheels me around. Reminds me of my dad, almost. He's weird, but harmless when you get to know him. He tries to hide it, but he has sad eyes. Yes, this is talking about, oh, by the way, journal ended there. Short one today. Guess this is talking about Alonzo. Couple things I noticed. They're using a couple terms here. Kindred, dance. They know a lot about the supernatural. Or at least more than the average person does. They know enough to use proper kindred terms. And talked about finding him in the thorns. I guess that confirms they were talking about being stuck in the hedge. I'm surprised Alonzo's not used to sunlight. If he was in the hedge for so long, well... She sort of looks out one of the windows. It's not like this place counts as real sunlight anyway. Maybe he was trapped somewhere dark? Maybe they were being real when they talked about the surface. Maybe they did just mean a literal cave. She tosses the book back to where she found it. Well, this person knows a lot of supernatural people. Met a kindred, became friends with him, I guess. He's like listing them off on her fingers. And knows some kindred terminology.
Assembled all the journals, you can kind of tell that this is the second one, and journal one is actually journal one, and the one about the beach was the last chronologically.
Guess they got to know each other pretty well.
Seems like it.
Someone talking about her friends. Who? Like the kindred in the book, or? Here's a good question. Something I'm wondering, if this person has so many special friends, why are they living in a castle in the middle of hedge fuck nowhere? By themselves, but if the dining room is any indication. Whoever these friends are, they certainly didn't keep them around. And no closer to a clue on what to answer to that riddle other than the sorrow poem Millie thought of. We could take a few more blind stabs in the dark, or we could throw the sorrow poem out there and provoke the house's anger. Maybe it'll let its guard down somewhere if we get it pissed at us enough or something.
That probably seems like that's gonna have to be the case.
Well, I don't think there's anything else in this room. She looks around to see if there's anything else in the room. Is there anything else in the room?
That seems to be it.
Yep. I believe that should be the entire floor covered. Unless anyone has any more ideas of what to throw at that door, I think it might be time for some sorrow.
Probably.
Alright, I'm ready to go. Caroline hops off where she was sitting. I'm gonna go use the bathroom and be right back.
Alrighty.
We gotta go in there.
I'm just waiting for.
What do you think's gonna happen in
I don't know. I think something for sure.
Something's definitely gonna happen.
there? You think something's gonna explode?
Maybe.
So, men,
Yes. Yes.
fellas,
Yes.
how's
Yes.
it going?
That's fine. I'm just doing this house shit. You know how it is.
Yeah, doing that shit, yeah. Do you do aggravated often?
Not often, but I do. I do it. I do it sometimes.
I feel like only
On
geniuses
occasion.
can make a gun that does aggravated.
Yeah. Probably.
But yeah, you're not a genius though.
Maybe I've been complaining as a lie, as a front.
That'd be a weird
You
thing
think-
to do because then my perception of you would still just be that you're a little bitch.
You think someone would really do that? Go to the hedge and tell lies?
So why did you say that?
That you're a little bitch.
Yeah, that's rude.
It's true though.
That's really rude.
Steve.
Steve.
Flint and Steel.
But it's steel, chicken jockey. That fucking SpongeBob image.
Fucking steal.
Vindicators. They're like psycho-aximeters.
Fucking steal.
Is that actually what he said? Is that
Yeah.
actually what he called Vindicators?
Yeah.
Like Psycho Axe Murderer.
The hellscape called the Nether.
The Nether. All right, enough of this, bro.
Enough of this shit. Remember when we were first starting to do this, and we were like the first people to make Big Chungus jokes?
Yeah.
Remember that? And then
Why
Big
are-
Chungus became that whole
What are
thing.
you doing? What are you doing?
Big Chungus was like 6 years ago. 7 maybe.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
It
I
was a
don't think
long
it was-
time
I
ago.
don't think it was 7.
And now we're at just a
I'm
new
back.
wave of brain rot.
Yeah, right. As you guys head over towards the main entrance room. Caroline, didn't you take one of the journals?
Yeah, she took the first journal we found, journal number 3.
Yeah, should we
Yeah.
should we be taking the rest of them?
Caroline only took the third one, but I mean, you guys can take the others if you'd so like.
Yeah. You guys can retroactively add them to the inventory if you want. But as you guys enter the room again, as you're met with the puzzle door again, the journals seem to glow as it seems that the door also starts glowing. Mm-mm. God fucking damn it. I had this whole fucking thing set up, and Discord fucks me. One fucking second. No, okay. Okay, never mind. Fucking... I was gonna do this cool little thing where we put little, like, spaces to represent how many... Okay. Okay, it starts glowing. As... I'm fucking angry. Okay. The buzzer starts to glow. As well as the journals, as it seems that collecting them resulted in a hint appearing. I can't, as I try to do. It is one word. Six letters. As there's like 6 spaces for the password.
Caroline, let's
The
head up.
password.
We're playing Hangman now.
I mean, isn't it sorrow?
Anything else?
It does fit sorrow.
Put in sorrow.
Just don't know your final answer.
How about lonely? I think so. It's sorrow. That was a pretty good one. Fits the 6 letters.
I mean, yeah, it's about it's like about that poem that Nilly knows about.
Let's go for sorrow.
The way the house was reacting, it was giving a negative reaction to it.
So it's the same amount of letters as sorrow.
How many letters are in sorrow?
6.
6. Yeah, same amount of letters. But like when Millie suggested that poem, the house seemed to react negatively to it, and the word door has only reacted seemingly positively to the journals because it gave you the hints.
Is it like a journal per hint, or a hint per journal?
We see.
Was this in the construction of the building, Egg? Was this
The door-
installed in the construction of the building?
The password door was installed long after. Okay. Okay, how the fuck do I do this? Seems to react very closely to the third journal. And
How about Angelo? You like Angelo, Mr. Door?
If it is Hangman, then we should put an AEIOU and see which ones work.
Can we get an A? What an E?
I? Oh.
You said A, right?
G.
Yeah. He said I.
Oh my god, it's actually playing Hangman. Caroline sits down.
And
And we have an N.
Okay. Discord's fucking over this so much more than it has to, but A is the second letter. A is the second letter, and we can't carry two conversations at once. Please forgive me.
Hamburger. Ambulance.
I think it's still more than 6 letters. Can we get an M?
Hold on. I'm doing two conversations at once.
Oh.
It is the third letter.
What is third letter?
M.
Yeah, maybe it is ham.
There's a wee bit. I'm. If I miscounted, I will actually cry. Okay, we're good. I think we're good. Okay.
Can I get an S?
I don't understand what the word is supposed to be.
Can I get a B? Caroline looks up at the nearby eyeball. Okay, really, you know you can just let us in, right? Please?
So we have an A and an M, right? That's part of the word.
Uh,
Can I get a C?
no.
Can I get a D? Caroline slowly goes down the list of the alphabet. F?
Yes.
Wait a second.
What
It's
about,
family.
where's an F?
It's family. Yeah, Cody said, is it family? Was Cody right? Is Cody cooking? You did
Yes.
it, Cody.
Yes. As it's like family under his breath, as the third journal and the door seem to glow, as the stairwell downward opens up.
Caroline looks at the eyeball. Do you have nothing better to do with your time? She gestures towards the door.
As Arthur starts walking down.
Let's go.
March.
Yay, basement!
Yeah, I probably should have. Because you guys unintentionally foreshadowed something, but I probably should have explained it differently when you went the poem round.
So I want to say, disclaimer, Caroline's frustration is just Caroline being an asshole. Don't worry, I'm not upset with you.
Yeah.
That's all Caroline.
Oh, I wish she was.
So what are your thoughts of the puzzle as you're going down, as I find the music?
Very obtuse.
Too vague.
Yeah,
Like-
too vague.
Mhm.
Word guessing puzzles like that often are quite not very. They're not great for being applicable.
Honestly, I feel like if the poem wasn't brought up at all, it probably would have been better because that kind
Well,
of led you down.
the thing is, it's easier for the puzzle maker because they already have the word association that feels more obvious. But for someone who's just going into it, we have the entire English language to go through, and
Mhm.
there's a lot of, especially if there's like, it often just winds up turning into a frustrating guessing game.
Mhm.
Especially if there's no consequence for failure, where it's just like, okay, just rattle off words until we get bored.
Mhm.
That's my personal feeling on word guessing games.
A lot of for stuff like that. If you want to do something like this again, I would mostly say just make it a lot. If you think it's like, okay, I think I've done it pretty well, and then if you think you've done it pretty well, make it more heavy-handed.
Mm-hmm.
Just make it more heavy-handed than you think you need.
Because my frame of mind from doing it was, I don't want to make it too obvious because that would be insulting.
Yeah, the thing is that what counts as too obvious is often it's
Mhm.
always different for the actual people in the puzzle and the person making the puzzle, because the person making the puzzle can always see the end goal and they can see the steps that they would take because they know where they're going. If that made sense.
Next word guessing puzzle I do, I'm gonna have a hint, and the hint is the answer is going to be in the hint, as like the word is literally in the hint, and I'm gonna bold it and I'm gonna point arrows at it.
Just to
and,
Mike
and I'm,
loves to
Honestly, sounds
insult
good to
us.
me.
and I'm confident that it would still take at least 10 minutes.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
As you guys descend further into this basement, as you're met with dark walls and a long hallway. As I forget to put fucking numbers. I forgot to put numbers. Give me 1 second.
I realize one thing. I think the thing I don't like about word guessing puzzles, especially like tabletop games, is I feel like they don't engage the characters. Like puzzles, I think are fun, but I like puzzles that force the characters to do things in interesting ways. Like, okay, how would they solve it with what they have? Well, a word guessing game is more of a puzzle for the players rather than a puzzle for the characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one thing. Like, also, like, even like stuff that we've done like in the past, like in like Tomb of Annihilation had a couple. I'm not like there was a bunch of stuff which was really good, but there was a couple things. I'm thinking back to like the rotating puzzle, where it was mostly us sitting around in a corner, like, okay, so we have to rotate this thing this way, and rotate it that way, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I definitely understand what you're talking about.
With a stone like the black stone walls, as Caroline. This place looks familiar. As this is remarkably similar to where you were in the dream. The room is different, but this bit looks a bit like the setup is very similar. And actually, this more so resembles like the hallway you took before you went up the stairs. As
Wow.
it starts to click into place.
I get it now. This area, she gestures around. This is where I was when I was in that dream I told you guys about. So this must be the residence of... She paused for a moment, racking her brain for the name. Mercy, that was the one.
I guess that explains the dream about the beach I had.
What, you think you met one of the people in those diaries of hers?
He shrugs, and as he shrugs, you can hear like sand grains moving.
Though you said you met a woman, didn't you? All the people in the journal were male names.
What if one of them was a woman, anyways? Like a Julian.
Can't argue with that, I suppose.
look at over here with Michael laughing stock.
Well, I might be able to trace some ways around here. And I think down here is, at least in her dream, where the Macard machine, like, blueprints were. So maybe there'll be some down here too.
I'll let you lead then. I'll fact check.
Alright then. Caroline wants to try and trace her steps back through the dream and try and return to, like, that laboratory area she was at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so crossing down the... Actually, Cody, how are we looking?
I do have work.
I will do one more room and then I'll end it.
Yeah, I can go a little bit. So like one more room would be good. But I do have to
Yeah,
go to
just
work,
one-
and I have to shower still.
Yeah, so there's one more room. All right, as you start hooking the walls, as you head further down like the hallway between 1 and 2, as you get, it feels different. But like when you like turn and like look into 3, which has like a door at the end, it feels familiar, but it feels like how do I describe it? The layout is a bit different, but the direction feels familiar. So familiar direction, different layout. I mean,
Bit of a different layout. I suppose that makes sense. It's not like anyone remembers the building perfectly in their dreams.
there's a path into 2.
Was there anything interesting in 1?
No, 1 is just like where you entered 2.
Yeah, and then Caroline's like steps led to 2.
As you guys step into 2, as you're met with a very disconcerting sight. As you're met with like a room filled with various like weapons, some suits of armor, bits of like scrap metal. As hey Millie, Millie, Millie.
I'm right here.
Your hair stands on fucking end. As when everyone else looks down in the room, your eyes fixate on something.
Whoa, what's that?
Silver. And as you guys like look around the room, you see you start to see things that are a bit more esoteric. You see some jars filled with salts. You see a picture. You see jars that have snow. You see a jar, like a sealed jar with a lit flame in it. And other various sorts of bits and bobs. As you guys also see, concerning as Arthur and Caroline, this also makes your hair stand on end. As you just see a singular ingot of cold iron.
Well, I guess that rules out changeling. Ugh.
I have no veins to exploit.
Oh my god, is that Jasmanium?
Jasmanium.
Tasmanium.
Holy shit!
Jasmine fucking explodes.
No,
I'm just imagining Jasmine explodes like the Deltarune explosion sound effect.
Listen,
Fucking Lancer.
listen. Everybody gangsta. Tomakog pulls out the Obamium.
Yeah, the Obama prism.
Oh, by the way, are there shoot to Jasmine, are there eyes in this room?
Are there?
No, there wouldn't be.
Nope.
Okay. Then I want to bring up. If we can, let's do our best to capture Mercy alive. Because, and also make sure she doesn't wind up killing herself like that Alice thing did. She seems pretty fanatically devoted right now. But she also knows a lot. If we capture her, then I could take all of us into her dreams, and we could activate them pretty efficiently for information. She wouldn't even need to tell us anything, we could just pry it out of her. So, I think it would give us a good couple leads if we're able to capture her alive. So we should prioritize that when we find her.
Sounds good.
And second question, sort of like shies away from the room. Jasmine, do you think you can cover investigation of this room? I don't think any of us want to get close to any of that.
Fine, fine. I just need a quick little second.
Am I to investigate this room?
You beg.
Caroline doesn't want to get anywhere near that fucking cold iron.
I don't want to go near that silver either. It might make me average.
Yeah, I don't wanna go near that either.
The three of us will sit outside the room and peer into like a Scooby-Doo stack.
Alright, just give me a quick little second. Gotta do a little this.
Do any of you guys like check out like the hallway to 3 while Jasmine's investigating?
Caroline will probably look at it, but she won't go down it because she's more focused on whatever Jazz has to report from the room.
You do notice a journal that seems to have been haphazardly like dropped.
Is it just in the hallway or is it in 3?
It is just like in the hallway.
Caroline will pick it up, but she won't read it yet. She'll just bring it back to the group to read whenever Jasmine comes back.
Okay. Do a little bit of this. I'll spend a little bit of willpower on this.
Ain't I a stinker? I'll get my next session, my end of session hook. If it's the last thing I do, which it will be, because it's time.
Okay. I get to do a little bit of that. Which means... Okay, then that'll be that, and it's wits plus. It's a wits plus investigation, correct? Yes.
Sure, my thing's going correct.
Okay. Imagine because I use this, I get to use this for this. So. Yeah! 3 successes on investigation.
As you just search and scramble through the room, you don't find anything in the way of blueprints, since it seems like this was more of a smithing area of sorts. As you can pretty easily make out, from the way the samples are presented, there seems to be like a containment room for Banes. As you see different materials like rice, like grains of rice. Some of the more obvious common ones,
Jasmanium is here, oh no!
Jasmanium. And you even see stuff like wooden stakes and such. To anyone who would know,
They have roadkill here.
do they have roadkill? No.
Then they don't have every bane, it seems.
Yeah, they don't have every bane, but it seems it's like a collection of banes. It's almost like. Hold on.
Do they have the act of seeing suffering?
No, but it's almost like an esoteric armory of some sort.
Weird.
Looks like this place is a whole collection of banes. Wooden sticks, some salt, a little bit of rice.
She bites. Raw.
All kinds of stuff.
So they just have a menagerie of Banes in there?
Yeah.
Oh, fighting them is gonna be a pain.
Probably.
Millie just like
okay.
actively whimpers in her human form.
Arthur looks over that like you don't see anything in his face because he hides it, but you can tell it's sort of like a what the fuck.
Millie, if you go into a death rage, promise me you don't try to kill me.
But I think that would be the last thing I try to do.
I don't like the way you said that.
Like, I meant it as an I'd never attack you, but... Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I just on edge, I guess. Thank you, I think.
All this tells us is that whoever this is extremely prepared for most situations. But it's okay, because I don't have any sort of banes.
It also shows a rather encyclopedic knowledge of things that kill, and the weaknesses of supernatural. Whoever they are, they're well researched. I mean, we know they're Mercy now, but Mercy is well researched. Oh. I had to guess, maybe she's trying to find a way to work the cold iron into those constructs she's making. But cold iron always interferes with Fey magic, so they wouldn't be able to hedge spin with it. So maybe that's what's been holding her back?
Perhaps she's trying to find other means to do it.
Maybe. No point in theorizing too much. Well, not if we can capture her. Then we can just pry all the knowledge out. Speaking of, she holds up a journal. Found this in the hallway.
Ooh.
She'll crack it open. You all ready for story time?
And judging by the quality of this journal, seems to be, as we'll leave this and whatever discussion you guys have about it as the end of the session. As this journal seems to be some more recent than Journal 3 chronologically.
This one's even more recent than Journal 3. Or this one's even more recent than the Beach Journal. Something's wrong. It's all his fault. It's his fault she's like this now. What we did to him is a fraction of what he deserves. But now is not the time for that. blank. Something's wrong. Something's very wrong with them. I don't know what we're going to do. There has to be something. Ever since my body was switched with Alice, I've been able to produce things. I was always smart, but this is next level. I have to expand my craft. Not just engineering. I need to go further. And that's the end of the snippet. Someone's downright obsessed. Sounds like there was a little trouble in paradise. There's a she who seems to have had something happen to her, and then they did some kind of retribution on the person who did it. And this mysterious person, probably their savior if I had to guess, the one I talked about from their dream, something happened to them too. And Mercy seemed to get some kind of change in her head after getting switched with Alice. And, I guess she went off the deep end.
No wonder when the card comes into all this. It just seems so unrelated.
That is a very good question. What does Macabre come into this? Well, Caroline will put the journal with the other one. Guess we just gotta keep moving. Who knows? Maybe we'll find some more journals and that'll enlighten us.
Perhaps.
Yes, we can hope.
Yeah, that's all Caroline has to say.
And if that's what everyone has left, then as you guys walk down the halls into 3, I'll just quickly do. Instead of an epilogue, we just smash cut to a dark room that's only illuminated by the lights of recordings. As the camera watches you guys enter the room 3. But there's a set of eyes behind a pair of glasses. They don't even pay the recordings any mind, as they simply look at the desk in front of them as they burn a brilliant orangish yellow, almost golden. And that's where we'll end the session. Beat for session completion. I hope, aside from the puzzle, that the manner is interesting.
Yes. That's it.
You're
Yeah, it is.
doing good.
Yeah, you're doing good.
Yeah, I'm trying to make I want to make like an exploration session, but I also don't want it to just be a lore, so I'm trying to like switch it up and make things interesting, so it's not just me talking at you guys.
Yeah, it's really sick. I
Amen.
like it.
What you'll need to understand as a DM is you're always going to be talking to us.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It is your duty to yap at us.
It's your duty to fucking just talk and talk to us all day.
Like, really, my goal for this dungeon is just to give not lore, to give it story, but not too much. Like obviously, like not front load,
Mhm.
but also make the presentation interesting. And hopefully I will achieve that. But we still have a few more floors to go through.
Mhm.
Arthur.
Ride another day.
Yes.
Hinder the truth, eh?
Yes.
Cool. I definitely didn't look out for nobody because he hasn't been in this session because he's waiting outside.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think that's it. Alright. Mike keeps fucking dying. Right? Okay,
He is a senior guy after all.
Did you say Caroline? You're like underwater.
Fucking testing.
Hello.
Yeah. One. Yes, you.
Okay. First aspiration.
Yes.
Alright, learn magical secrets.
Yes.
Reunite with Clarissa.
Yes.
Huzzah.
Jasmine.
Great Engine Machines.
Yes.
Study Life in the Hedge.
Yes.
Find cool shit.
Would you consider any of the shit here you found to your cool? You found an infinite chicken thing.
My chicken son is cool, right?
I like the infinite chicken. I like the infinite chicken pool. Yes.
And yeah, you can have it. And finally, Millie.
Finish the manuscript for my novel.
How much have you been writing down?
Well, I wrote a very erotic description of Jasmine firing that gun.
Yeah, that counts.
Become a woman Nathaniel would want. I took
You've
a son.
adopted you've adopted a stupid chud son.
I like people who look out for animals.
Oh, yeah, really?
Yeah. You had the opportunity to sacrifice your son and you did. That's a sign of a good mother.
Lock it. Find brother. Whoa.
Yes.
Oh, my chicken son. My chud son.
What happened? Where's Grandpa Beats?
We founded a new macaque guy.
Yay.
I believe that's all from the auto ones. Now your suggestions.
I don't know if this would count, but Clarissa learned that this is Mercy's place and came up with the idea of, hey, what if we take her alive, I could literally pry the secrets out of her head.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. Any other discoveries?
This is the first time that we could use the lamprey on Bob robots.
I'll give it to you because it took a while for you guys to use it, and I like the lamprey. And also, yes, Mike also has added one. And now all that's left is Arta.
How much have we gotten by this point? I want to make sure I'm doing it right since we are supposed to have the same amount.
I have not been keeping up.
We're supposed to have the same amount of beats gained.
I've not been doing proper track of how much Wishdraft experience I have.
Okay, so it seems that I was the one who was keeping most track.
Yeah, I have 4 Wish Granter experience. Is that the correct?
I wanted someone to check my work.
I have 4. I didn't add what we just got, but from my count, I have 4.
I've not had a spent record.
I have a record. So before this session, I have 3 XP and 2 beats.
Okay, so something's really happened here because I have 5 total, 4 spent.
I
5,
think that's
5
right
from what you got
have.
just now.
Like just 5 in total from what we have accumulated. I have 5 in total. 4 of it has been spent.
Does that include
I
what we
think-
just did right now?
No.
Okay.
Did you guys also include getting a wish gain repeat at the end of the session?
I have been.
I think that's what I have too, because I spent because I spent 2 on understudy and I spent 2 on autumn mantle, so I've spent 4 and I still have 1 in the tank, so I believe that should be accurate.
I personally started the session with 0 beats. With 0 beats, 1 experience, but you know, obviously, I like with the of beats gained, I started the beats with 0 out of 5.
I started with 4 out of 5, so that one's off. I gotta keep my my record on. It's on me for not keeping a proper record.
So, Mike, you say you have 5 XP total, no beats?
Yes. Yes. Why? That's why I started the session with 5 beats, 5 experience, no beats, because with a clear track, because I reset it.
So the 5 is without this session.
Yes. Currently, after what we've gotten so far, including session completion, I believe, including session completion, because 3 suggestions, 1 Macog thing, session completion, I believe we should be at another one right there.
So 6.
Should be. Unless, I don't know.
No, I spent 3. I think I spent 3 because I spent 2 on understudy and 1 on autumn. So I think I was 1 beat. I think I was a single beat behind is what I was on.
Maybe. But we should have. If I'm correct, which I don't know, I was trying to see if double check my work. But if I'm correct, we should be at. Arthur needs to give a suggestion if he has one. But if he doesn't, then we should be at like a clean, neat 6 experience, 0 beat track. 6 experience total, 0 beat track. I mean, based off of mine. If we're going off of yours, then we'd be 1 beat behind, which isn't really like at the end of the world. Doesn't mean anything, but that's just what it would be.
Can I have a suggestion? I have a suggestion for you, Arthur. Arthur, Caroline introduced you to Kenning and told you, hey, you can sense magical things.
True, yeah, Kenny.
The ability to become Ken.
The ability to become Ken. Your
Okay,
Ken
so-
Sona.
We should have 6 experience gained with 1 beat on the track.
Okay.
Synchronize your watches, everybody.
Synchronizing my watch.
Synchronize
Um,
watches while you're
I I think I was like, and it's like, due to being a beat behind, I think I'm like slightly off on experience, but I'm not going to give myself that extra experience because I think it would just be easier just to synchronize. Also, I have 5 spent. So, it was 5 spent, 6 total? Or, I mean, we had 6 total, is what it was?
Yeah, we had 6 total. 6
Okay.
experience gained.
Okay, cool.
I'm used to this sort of play.
I think I've spent 4.
Cool. I've also spent 4.
Okay, and we have 1 beat on the track, right?
Yes.
Okay. My watch is synchronized.
Lemon, watch.
Well, 7.
I've made it. What?
7.
7.
Did I even... my watch-
6. 6 experience gained. 6 experience gained.
Yeah. Should look like this with a different spent. Just that the spent is just for Caroline.
I've got habit gained from fucking making experience record at this point.
Yeah.
It
Having the experience record is so handy.
It helps with Sin Eaters.
I started it with Saint Eaters.
Yeah, I appreciate that because it's helped me be aware that the free spirits have 81 experience gained. The Saint Eaters, I mean.
Yeah.
Madness.
Which also means that Yeah, if I know how much experience you guys gained, I can gauge that much and then use it to make characters, antagonists. That's so.
The free spirits have also taught me so much about just how fucking
Oh, yeah.
insane arcane beat gain is.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the fact that the Cinders are getting triple EXP and Mark is still keeping pace with them.
Mm-hmm. I need to start.
Of experience.
I need to find more places for you to spend your fucking arcane experience. I don't like you building up a fucking assembly.
He has so much. He has a little vault of it.
I need, you know what? I need to start like put a death curse on Mark, and he has to get arcane experience to not die for like a story.
Isn't that the fucking trial to become an archmage?
Yes, actually.
Pretty much, yeah. You have to spend a beat per turn when you're during your archmage trial.
I wonder what the record is. I wonder what the speedrun record is for that.
The least amount of arcane experience spent to get there.
Yeah, the low turn count, like 80% run.
And that's that. Bro got that fucking arc mastery on some like here, bro. Damn, like fucking I don't.
Imagine probably when someone shows up to that fucking trial and like it ends immediately because they never once paradox in their life.
Yeah,
I've never doubted myself in my entire life.
The most confident man alive.
It's like you guys also mentioned like you have to fight every single supernal entity you summon. It's like what if you just never summoned the supernal entity?
No, not supernal entity, abyssal entity.
Abyssal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's you have
Supernal
to
entities are
cover
different.
every single paradox and fight every single abyssal entity you've ever summoned and caused.
Yeah, and also like what happens if you don't
Oh.
if you just never did that?
Wait, is that what happens?
Then the trial is a lot easier.
Is that what happens in the arc mastery trial?
That's step like 2 of like 5.
Oh,
But yeah,
I'm not expecting anyone to become an arc master, but maybe I should keep track of paradox.
yeah. If someone does the arc mastery trial, they need to suffer the effects of every single paradox they've ever caused, and also fight every single abyssal entity they've ever summoned due to paradox.
Okay.
And for every turn they're doing that, they must spend an arcane beat, and if they cannot, then they immediately are destroyed by the abyss and never existed.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any plans on anyone doing that, but I guess I must keep track of that just in case.
Just in case.
And Robin has no fucking interest, so don't even worry about me.
I know you don't. I don't. Again, I'm not planning on it, but it is mostly just a precaution.
But in case
You never know. I could fight God.
Hey,
Right,
man. You don't need to be greater being to do that.
werewolves do it all the time. Shoutouts to werewolves. They don't have a fucking greater being leveled up because you have to be fucking born into it, and they still have to fight fucking Genrials and shit.
Mathematically, they can never be.
The closest they get is just, well, dad or mom was the firstborn.
I mean, technically, they could fucking cheat in a way by getting fucking embodiment of the first one.
Apparently, the way to become a greater being werewolf is to eat so many other werewolves that you reforge enough of Father Wolf's soul.
Yeah. Well, that's a discussion for another day. Anyway, that's a session. I hope you guys liked it. I hope I'm not washed.
Don't worry, you're doing great.
The dishes, they smell dirty. They smell dirty. You can tell they aren't washed.
These dishes, I can still see stains on them.
Mom's gonna beat my ass.
Odie, get out of here!
I'm
Get
off gonna
outta
go
here.
bed.
Alright, goodbye.
It's weird. I get to join you in the wake up early tomorrow to go to work.
Whoa!
I'm on the work train now. Yay!
Yay.
Everybody
I
except for
was-
Lemon. Not because Lemon's unemployed, but because Lemon works like
he has
fucking hollow
he
in
has
Dark
a worse curse.
Yeah,
What do you
he
mean?
works like a hollow in Dark Souls.
I have a question, Adam. I actually have a question that I was going to ask. And I
Yeah?
forgot. What's the complainer? What's the complainer up to?
He didn't show up for the rest of the week.
Damn. I mean, shit, man. That's the true complainer. He's better than most complainers. He hated shit, and then he left.
He complained the whole first day and then didn't show up for the rest of the work week.
Kind of based, honestly.
I do not know if he will be back.
You know what, man? Maybe it's a good thing, cause I don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
You need
anyway,
that kind of energy.
Mhm.
any theories anyone has, any discussions, yeah, feel free to tell me, and then I will try.
I feel I don't know. I'm just trying to fit Makog into the story.
Yeah, I'm curious where Makad seems like he's so
yeah.
disconnected from everything we've met so far.
He seems to be like just some weird shadow like thing, more of like a figurehead or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It honestly would be so fucking cool if Makog is dead, but his fucking like factories and shit and magic is still imprinted onto the hedge. Wait, what are you fucking clearing the throat for?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dear Yank, why has Millie
Dear Yank,
not
I've written you,
had
but you
sex
still ain't
with
calling.
Daniel yet?
Why has Millie not scored?
This response, because even when you're married to Nathaniel, you still fumbled the bag.
I want to make a mage, a like fate mage, who has very acute awareness of the fact that they're in a story, and I want him to write a letter, and he's gonna write to like whoever the DM is, and it's gonna be, "Hey DM, I wrote you, but you still ain't answering."
I think that just winds up in the Tailcrafter territory.
Or that fucking Filthy Frank classic. I have a question. For God.
For God. Why?
Why?
Okay. I'm gonna head off to bed.
Good night, Rick.
Alright,